Hello, and welcome back to TGTV, and more specifically today, ladies and gentlemen, it is new car day. I have succumbed to a very impulse purchase. I was perusing the internet the other night, and actually I was sent this on a WhatsApp group, an Aston Martin owners group that I'm still on the WhatsApp group for, which I shouldn't still be on because I don't have an Aston Martin. But this car was fired in there, and it stole my heart, it piqued my interest, and I'd had a wine, and I thought, I want that. So here we are. Where are we? We're in Colville in Leicester at Lusso Veloci because I am coming to collect yet another old Porsche. I just want to show you a couple of things before I head inside and we get this video fully underway. You will have heard and seen Becky. We'll also be seeing more of her in a second, so hold your horses. No, it's to the camera. Becky, please involve yourself in this video. We've got two very special cars outside.
We have a DB2.
Were you listening? Yeah, DB2. Yes.
356.
So there's brothers that own Lusso Veloci anyway. Well, they've got the same surname, so presumably they're brothers. And I know they're not married to each other. So this is their DB2 anyway. They did the Milli Miglia in. 55 odd year old car. And they were saying this thing, they actually built the engine, the race engine, whatever that's in there. They did the whole thing without getting a single spanner out, which is very, very impressive. Basically, the guys here have a motorbike dealership with various vintage race bikes and brand new race bikes, Becky, in here. And they've also got this incredible 356 right-hand drive right outside as well.
These look like noddy cars.
You cannot call a 356 a noddy car. This one's been done by Gant Speed as well, so it's very highly performing. It's actually got some cool bits. So the bonnet is aluminium, doors are aluminium, windows are plastic, and the rear hood there is aluminium as well. I've been perving at this car. I'm rushing through this video because I spent so long talking about cars and nerding about Porsches that actually we haven't really got time for a full video. Becky.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is here anyway, and they thought they'd just bring them down just to kind of show me, because I was talking to the guy, Chris, here, I'm buying the car from, about these two cars. He said, I'll bring them down, I'll bring them down. We've got... What?
I was wondering what you said then as you walked away. I was like, are you being rude again?
I'm not being rude. I've actually not been rude yet in this video. How are you anyway? You actually have got a old Porsche, haven't you? A 930?
Bought a 930 Turbo.
930 Turbo, which
That's why I'm here today. I'm here to ask you. I was like, why have you bought this?
because you're an influencer and I've copied you to an extent.
You did say you wanted a whale tail.
I did say I wanted a whale tail, and I am a man of my word. I stick to these things.
You bought one.
Yeah, for better or for worse, I stick to these things. Right, let's go inside. Do you want to talk me through the bikes? Because you're a bike person.
Do you know what though? I'm not even going to stand here and tell you. These are a lot of old race bikes, heritage bikes, and there's ones with loads of race history in there.
Should we go upstairs? Let's show us some bits.
I don't know all of them.
Let's go upstairs, Becky.
It's the same bike your brother's got though, isn't it? 50th anniversary on one.
Yes, my brother's actually got exactly this bike.
That's what I thought.
Very good memory on you there.
Very good, very good.
It's under lock and key, because if you have it even vaguely unattended in London, it will get snaffled. Go upstairs, there's loads of cool stuff. Were you listening? Have you been given the guided tour? That is havoc. That
Trojan.
That is mayhem. So Archie and I have been looking for a replacement for the Jimny for quite some time, and I think we might have just found it.
Easter egg on wheels.
That is hell. Is that a back seat as well? You can put crisps on the back seat there. Not the snack, my dog. Let's go upstairs. Come on then. This is actually a really, really cool place. If you're local.
It's really cool.
So you live near here, or you are around here for whatever reason?
Well, actually, I grew up around here. Like,
Chaos?
More towards Cov, obviously, but...
Cov.
No.
Right.
You know, it's the only city that we abbreviate.
I'm going to cut that out. Otherwise I'll be savaged. No, okay, we'll cut that out as well. So talk me through it. We've got race bikes here then. These have competed, many of these have competed.
By a British BSB, British Superbike rider. Yeah, basically the guy that owns the place has ridden motorbikes for years and raced them, and then he has like a really eclectic collection of race bikes. Quite a lot of Ducatis.
If you're into your bikes, you'll know exactly what you're looking at. And do you know what? Unlike a lot of the things on my channel, where I profess to know a lot about them, when I don't, I'm not even going to try and blag this one. If you're interested in bikes anyway, and you're in the kind of Leicester, Cov, whatever area, then by all means come and check these guys out. But all this stuff will be on their website. But there's some seriously cool bits. Do you know what? When I'm rich, I want... I'm joking, I'm rich already. I want one of these in my front room. I'm actually not. Literally, I've just emptied my account on what's outside.
I thought it was in your backpack.
No, some of it's in my backpack, Pecky. Okay. 7k maximum in cash is allowed with these things. So we've got vintage race bikes, but I actually want a vintage race bike in my front room. You know, when I've made it in life.
No, to be fair, it's a good shout because some of the bikes here would look sick as a... I feel like someone's going to cane me for that, just being like, oh, heritage bike,
ride it. This is sick. I like it, Becky, because of the colours. That's it, though. I don't actually know what I'm looking at. But really cool place, anyway. I think we've dragged that out far enough. Do you like that I'm growing my beard back? Does it remind you of better days, Becky?
It just reminds me, you're like compensating now. Falls off the top and goes to the bottom of your chin.
I thought you were going to say compensating for...
Cut that out of the video.
Let's go. Right. I've had to cut so much of that out.
I was going to say, yeah, no, it's like...
You've got a very foul mouth.
Oh, look, there's your sign. I feel like you like this one. You've got no friends, no one cares, people laugh at you.
The thing is, I would have that on my wall, and it does apply to me, but I don't need to be reminded of that.
Oh, hun. Okay, fine. Well, let's go and have a look at your car. Anyway.
Yeah, let's go and have a look at the car. That's why we're here. So in dramatic style, then it's time to reveal my new car, and with that, we're going to do a 180 spin. Whey! Here she is then, not that one. Here is my new car. Well, it's not new, it's 33 years old, but this is my Porsche G50 Targa. It is a base Carrera with the all-important whale tail. This is what we came for, ladies and gentlemen, the whale tail. You can eat your dinner off it, you can give it a little waggle, lovely stuff. But I'm really excited. I've always wanted one of these from birth year, and now you can work out how old I am. But the important thing about this car, it's right-hand drive, it's Carrera GT matching spec inside. And the history, that is really, really good, really good. Been here all afternoon. It's matching spec to the Carrera GT. So it's done 115 odd thousand miles, but the car has been completely rebuilt. It's got new suspension, new brakes. You do your little segment, it's absolutely fine. I start filming, it's World War V. So it's been absolutely rebuilt. Mechanically, this car wants for nothing. It's good for another kind of 100, 200,000 miles quite happily. It's even got a new exhaust system, a Dansk exhaust system. So Chris, the guy that owns Lusso Veloce, this whole business here, it was his personal car. It was his neighbour's car for 20 odd years, and he actually rebuilt this car and kind of absolutely labour of love over it before realising that he wanted a 930 turbo. He's just bought a 930 turbo, Becky.
Good choice.
A man with taste, quite clearly. And this had to make way for it. I'm absolutely buzzing. It is pretty tidy, to be fair, considering the mileage. There's a little bit of kind of aesthetic stuff that could obviously be done, and I'll probably put it through a detailers and whatnot. But for now, I'm excited to just get in and drive it. You'll notice that it's completely OEM and standard in here. There's little bits and bobs that I will tidy up over time, a little bit of scuffing, a little bit of kind of upholstery, bits and bobs, but nothing that a little trip to a trimmers can't sort out. It's got a 5-speed gearbox, 5-speed manual gearbox. Your 930 is a 4-speed, is it not?
It is, yeah.
So I've got an extra gear than you. It's a 3.2 litre, it's the base Carrera. It's not got the wide arch kit like the 930 turbo, like yours. Little Miss Smugface over there. However, it is, and it's obviously a lot slower as well. It's going to be a lot slower.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, my car just wants to kill you all the time, so...
Yes, particularly with someone like me driving it. So I think it's better for everyone's benefit if I've got naturally aspirated 3.2 power. Who knows what it's running these days? We'll find out at some point, I'm sure. It's got the black Targa roll hoop, and obviously this top panel here comes off like the Carrera GT. Carrera GT is actually a Targa. It never gets called a Targa, but it is. All very exciting, because the top panel comes off. What I don't know is whether or not that top panel actually goes into the car.
It must do.
Must do. Porsche think of everything. Other things to know, it's got black Fuchs wheels. Careful how I say that. Obviously impact bumpers. Are they impact bumpers, Becky? Yeah, impact bumpers. We've got the original badge on the front there, signifying that this hasn't had a front end anytime recently. And I think that's pretty much all there is to tell for the time being. I'm going to get the audio redone in it. but I want to go to Europe in this thing with my dog and my girlfriend, so it's all very exciting. I bought a more higher miles example because I just wanted something I could use and not panic about the mileage. There are ones on the market with sort of 25,000 miles. You know, what's the point in that? Because then you have to keep it hermetically sealed and not drive it. So yeah, this will be a nice usable one that I can drive around in and not really care. One final thing before I jump in, fire up and go home is something I'm well aware of. These cars on my channel don't do the mental views. However, what I want to do is build a collection that I love, that I'm happy to sit on, happy to keep, and drive and drive and drive, and just stuff that I actually personally enjoy. So I'm having a bit of an eclectic mix in the channel. My Urus arrives next week, and it's quite cool just to have a bit of a mix on the channel. It doesn't mean I've lost my mind. It doesn't mean that I'm confused. It just means that I enjoy all aspects of motoring. And why not have a Hurricane and something like this? These are going up in value anyway, so it's the sort of car I can run and run and run. Bills are nothing on them, and it's just a really cool piece of kit that I can bat around, take to Europe, and not really give two hoots about. And with the upcoming Modball news, this will make a lot of sense as well. I really appreciate all the love that I've got on my 912 and my 996 videos. I know it's not for everyone, and you know, and a lot of YouTube viewers just want to see Lambos revving, and there'll be loads of that on the channel as well. But for those that appreciate this sort of car on the channel, I really appreciate it, and I read every single comment, and I love it. So if you love it, I love it, and I can't wait to get going. For now then, thank you so much for watching. Do subscribe. I'm going to go and jump inside, get the history file, chuck it in the car, and then I'm going to bat home. And it's also just had an MOT, which you can see on the seat in there as well. Just flown through an MOT. So lovely stuff. For now then, thank you very much. Do subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Stay safe. Hope you're all well. Thank you so much for the support recently, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.